Our next installment of the Catnation Confidential series takes a look at the men's basketball team as we talk to six-year head coach Clay Nunley as well as seniors Cameron Colquitt and Colton Hunt about this year's team. We're here with six-year head coach of the men's basketball team at Randolph College, Clay Nunley. And Coach, you've had about a week of practice now, and you've got a good group of seniors, six seniors this year. And just talk about what they've been to this program and how they've been so far as leaders this year.
The group's done a nice job. We've had guys that have a lot of experience, and anytime you've got experience, you want that to be an asset for your team. And they've done a really good job of taking what they've learned over their first 3 years here and really applying it to our current team to try to make sure that we're doing the right things and we're growing the way that we need to grow. And any coach that has seniors wants to really be able to lean on those individuals, and I've certainly done that in this case, especially with some of them in particular, as far as really stepping up. And we've got a lot of new guys, and so with that in mind, we want to make sure that we're helping those new faces to get adjusted in the right way. And the quicker that everybody gets on the same page, the better off we're going to be, and that's going to be on the shoulders of those seniors as much as anybody.
Obviously, one of your seniors returning. A huge part of what you guys have done over the past couple of years is Colton Hunt, who was a preseason All-American last year in the Sporting News. Just talk about what Colton brings to the team and what you expect out of him this year.
We've relied on Colton a lot, and he's certainly had a good career to this point, and it'll be on him to continue to work and do the right things, and certainly very confident that he's going to do that, and know that there are opportunities in front of him for our team in his senior year. But at the same time, the challenges will be there as well, and we've got to do the right things to overcome those challenges and really seize the opportunities that are there. But one of the things I would always say about Colton is, he's, if you were to look at his career to this point, you probably would remark about the numerical accomplishments or the accolades, if you will, the postseason stuff, the preseason stuff, and that's been deserved. But really the thing that I've wanted to see out of Colton, and I commend him the most, is how he's grown as a leader, how he's grown in terms of really building guys up and being that guy that can make others better. At the end of the day, I think if you really want to be a great player, you got to make others better, and your teams have to win. It really doesn't matter how many points you score or who ranks you this or that in terms of an all-conference pick or what have you. And Colton's really focused on doing those things, and to his credit, I think that's been a big part of why he's had success in our program.
You look at your roster this year, you've got a really big group of incoming people, and just talk about how that group is adjusting so far and what you've seen out of them.
We do. We brought in a bigger class because we weren't as deep as we wanted to be last year, and then you combine the fact we've got six seniors who are going to be moving on this year after this season, and so we needed to make sure that this class was going to be able to help us continue to have the kind of depth that we wanted to have as a program. And I'm excited. I think that it's a group so far that has shown that they're eager to please, that they want to work, they're not afraid of challenge, and it's early. It's one of those things. It's a matter of showing who you are versus what you can be over a couple of days. We've only practiced for about 8 days right now, and I'm really excited about what I think that we can become. But 8 days doesn't get it done. We've got to do it over the long haul. But I think these guys are locked in and understand that. And as it relates to the young guys, it's a lot of fun to coach a group that has some potential and wants to reach that potential and really blend in with the rest of the team. So we're really optimistic about them and the rest of our group.
Coach, last question. Looking at your schedule, again, 16 conference games this year. You've got a bunch of non-conference games, a tournament at Hampden, Sydney, which should be a good one. Looking at your schedule this year, what do you expect out of it? Obviously, looking at the preseason rankings, Virginia Wesleyan's ranked second, and the D3 Hoops ranked top 25, and a couple other teams in the league also ranked. Just talk about what your schedule is and where you think you guys are with scheduling this year.
We try to get the same things accomplished each year. We want to have a schedule that we feel like helps our team to grow and helps prepare us for the ODAC. And so with that in mind, we've got to make sure we've got some challenges pre-conference that are going to get us ready. and that are going to really test us. And I think we've been able to do that, as you alluded to, a number of them. We've got some USA South teams that we play on a regular basis who are always strong challengers. We're going to be playing in a tournament up in Pennsylvania with some teams who are coming off some very good seasons. Muhlenberg is always a tough place to play. They had a really strong year last year. If we happen to meet them in the tournament, we know we're going to have our hands full there, as we are with any of the other teams involved in that preseason tournament. So it's going to be the same kind of schedule that we've had in the past. We expect to be challenged. We want to be challenged. We know that's going to be important for our growth as a team. And then we're going to get into the league, and the league is what it is. We've got 3 teams ranked in the top 25 in the country preseason. I'm very comfortable in saying that there'll be a number of others that I think can make a run at that, and we want to be a team that has a chance to, on our best of nights, be able to compete with anybody, and so that's obviously what we're building towards, and knowing that the challenges in the league will be a lot of fun.
Well, Coach, I appreciate your time, and we'll talk to you down the road here this season.
Thank you.
Colquitt and Cameron, you're coming in your senior year now. You're finally a senior, and you get to have the opportunity to be a leader. What does that mean to you with the other 6 seniors that you have to be a group of leaders this year?
It's a special opportunity. It's unique to have a group of guys stay together over a period of 4 years, especially at the Division III level. So I feel like we're a group that has a lot of experience, back-to-back ODAC final appearances, and it puts things in perspective knowing that it's my last year. So we have a large group of returning guys and new guys, and a great opportunity, and I have 1 year to invest in this team personally and other guys.
We talked about some of those newcomers, a big group of incoming first years along with a transfer. Just talk about some names that you really expect to step up this year out of that new incoming group.
Usually with some classes you can tell that there's some specific guys that'll be standout guys, but honestly with this group of kids, I think that we've got a good solid 10 who I think there's a lot of different people who could contribute significantly to the team. I know that one group that I'm really excited for is our group of big guys. We have to replace some really big shoes, fill in Derek's spot. But I think it's a good group of guys, and overall, just across the board, we have 10 guys who work really, really hard and really want to get better. So I think there's several names that you'll see throughout the season. At this point, it's hard to tell, but it's a group of guys who want to get better and want to win.
We're here with senior guard Colton Hunt. Colton, coming in your senior year, you're coming off 2 first-team All-ODAC selections, and this is your final year here at Randolph. Just talk about some goals that you have for the team this year, as well as maybe some individual goals.
Well, I think we're really excited about the group we have coming in this year. You know, one of our goals is clearly going to be to get those guys integrated so that they can make an immediate impact. And obviously these 2 very tough losses we've had in the ODAC championship the last 2 years is something that's still driving us. So we're definitely still ambitious for the championship. So that's something we're going to be striving for. And you know, for myself, I think last year I kind of sold myself short a little with the sickness and the pneumonia in the first half of the year, and that's something I can't really change now, but I'd like to kind of come in and really be the best leader that I can be, and you know, do everything I can to make these younger guys better and obviously help our team to have success.
Colton, you look at your group, you talked about that new incoming group, really big class. Just talk about some newcomers that you really expect to step up, or maybe a player that was on the team last year that maybe steps up and has a bigger role this year.
I think we're fortunate to have a great group of young guys. You know, one of the most coachable and eager to learn groups that we've had this far. I think some mentionable names would be, you know, DJ Langley is really stepping into that guard spot and embracing that defensive stopper position, and I think that's somebody who can really help us early on, you know, with his athleticism and his ability to play defense. And for some returning guys, I think Asan Ford is a senior this year, and you know, Asan's done a great job of helping guys to develop and helping guys to grow. And I think this year he's really had a great preseason and a good start of practice, and I look for him to make a bigger impact this year than he has.
Be sure to follow the men's basketball team on Facebook and Twitter, as well as at the new official home of Randolph Athletics at www.randolphwildcats.com.